So, SGreg, how has Onewheel changed your life?
Man, oh man, not only did it fill the gap, but it made me realize just how big of a gap there had been in my life. Yeah, let's go. My name is SGreg. I am a one-wheel rider. I've been riding one-wheels for 3 years now. I used to be a skateboarder. I rode skateboards growing up in my rebellious teenage years. Had to quit skating when I turned 30 because I had a family and kids, and we did the family thing. And then got a one-wheel when I turned 50 and realized that everything that I had done in skateboarding immediately transferred over and applied to one-wheeling. And it's really allowed me to continue the expression I found in skateboarding even now at 50 years old through the one-wheel and create. I get to be an artist, and whenever I get on my one-wheel, I get to go out and find my canvas. Yeah.
How has Onewheel changed your life?
Oh, that's a good question. How has one-wheel changed my life? I have always been the kind of person that I haven't necessarily been middle of the road. I'm a very passionate person. Before I rode one-wheels, I played soccer, coached soccer, I played a goalkeeper. Hurt myself doing that just because I'm passionate. I can't hold back. There's something inside of me that just has to get after it no matter what it is that I'm trying to do. And we moved from Georgia to Maryland about 7 years ago. And before we moved, soccer was my passion. It's what I did. My kids played, I got to play. And when we moved, I stopped playing soccer. And I remember walking off the soccer field with that feeling of you've accomplished something. We won 5 championships in soccer. You know, I was competitive there. Walking off the field thinking, yeah, you've accomplished something, but now there's going to be this gap. I was 47 years old. I had injuries. I wasn't going to play very much. I lived for 3 years from 47 to 50 with kind of this gap of what am I going to do that's going to give me that intensity, give me that passion, give me that drive, make me want to get up in the morning before the sun comes up and put on gear and go outside and feel that life that you get from things when you're passionate about it. And then I found the one-wheel. Yeah. And man, oh man, not only did it fill the gap, but it made me realize just how big of a gap there had been in my life for the passion, for the intensity, for the drive, for the companionship, for the environment, the community, the family. It really became my North Star in ways that I couldn't have imagined. Again, like I said, with skateboarding, it allowed me to fulfill dreams, passions that, boy, I'd forgot. It allowed me to fulfill dreams and passions that I had forgotten. And that's life-changing. Ooh. Time out.
What is your favorite trick on the one-wheel and why?
What is my favorite trick on the one-wheel and why? It's gonna have to be this. I call it a slippy, doing a nose slide, just because that was really the trick that brought skateboarding back for me. I saw Bodie do a nose slide when he was riding for the Float Life and got inspired by all these tricks, and then became the thing that I tried to learn, is how to do a nose slide. And then from there, it just seemed like tricks just started unfolding and opening up. It became the foundation of a lot of the tricking and the creativity that I was able to find in the one-wheel, and coming up with things, you know, that I'd never seen and that had never really been thought of. And even when I would fall on a nose slide, I would think of 3 other tricks that I could have done if I just had changed my fall. If I hadn't hit the ground, but taken that momentum and put it just a little bit more over to this way, wow, that's a whole nother trick. And it was like, oh my gosh, it's a never ending unfolding process of creativity that you can find on the Onewheel. So what advice would I give somebody who's starting to do tricks on a Onewheel? Don't get discouraged. Tricking isn't necessarily the mainstream thing with one-wheeling. It isn't any better than, racing or trail riding or anything like that, but it's definitely not any worse either. Get around other people that trick, because you're going to learn so much by just being with some people, feeding off of each other, the energy that you can give to each other. And make sure that you yourself are encouraging to yourself and others around you, because that really is the thing that helps us as trick riders, is when we encourage each other. I've been competing in one-wheeling since I started riding, and one of the things that I realized in these competitions, and yeah, I was driven, man. I couldn't think of anything else but trying to win this competition. But I begin to realize that the people that are there watching and enjoying seeing us trick riders, they're not there to see us going at each other. They're not there to see us fighting one another. They're actually there to see the tricks that they've been seeing online and in social media in person. You begin to do tricks and you're going to stand out. The other thing that I would say is safety gear is absolutely the most important thing that you can have when you're trying to begin tricking. You need to be able to know that if you hit the ground, you're going to hit the ground and you're going to be okay, and you're going to be able to get up and try again. So get your safety gear, know that you're going to hit the ground, and then be determined when you do fall, when you do crash, wreck, when your trick goes sideways and you hit the ground, say to yourself, I'm going to be the person, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to do this one more time. Inevitably, after you hit the ground, that next time you go, you'll hit it, man, you'll hit it. I've had that happen so many times, laying on the ground hurt, just questioning my life choices, and then you make the decision to get back up and get on that board and go hit that trick again. You hit the trick, you walk away. Oh, that feeling, man, that feeling of having a goal, working hard, going through the pain many times, the process, and then hitting it. There's nothing like that feeling in the world.
Thank you, SGreg. I really appreciate you sticking out with us for this interview. We love you, and Onewheel loves you.
Oh man, thank y'all, man. One Stop Board Shop is where it's at, y'all. These people have put their heart, soul, and life into this.
Died right on time.
That's great.
It was meant to be.